Today, there is a big push for companies to move their business applications to the cloud. Why spend millions of dollars maintaining data centers when instead there's a game changing, state of the art technology platform available that's fast, flexible, scalable, and on a pay as you go resource use? IT teams spend 80% of their time on system maintenance and upgrade patches. They would rather spend that time innovating, building and expanding your application universe, and data mining for profit. But moving these legacy applications and databases to the cloud isn't as easy as it sounds. Companies have hundreds or even thousands of third party and custom applications that are pulling data from a variety of different databases. It's not just a matter of moving the data from one database to the next, as those custom applications would need to be rewritten and rewritten manually. Many of these legacy applications are still in use today only because no one has the time, resources, or knowledge to rewrite those business apps. Well, that's where mLogica can help. mLogica provides automated tools and migration methodologies to convert the code in those applications and those databases to enable them to run on a new platform. Automation is the key. Automation is highly efficient, produces less errors, saves time, and lowers cost. mLogica was founded in 2004 and has been specializing in complex database migrations since 2006. Our core technical team comes from numerous technology companies such as Oracle, IBM, SAP, and HP. mLogica is a leader in the legacy database and application migrations to the cloud business. That's what we do every day. We migrate our customers from legacy environments to the cloud. We quickly realized that doing migrations manually does not work very well, so we started to introduce partial automation into the migration process, and we began to see outstanding results. The time to market accelerated, the projects were less costly, much fewer errors in the translation of the code. As we continued to evolve our software, we saw even better results. In fact, one of our latest projects, our code translation automation reached 98.8% success on the first pass. And this was a massive project as well, but we delivered it on time and on budget. Automation is the key. Over the next 14 years, the software has evolved to the point where today we target multiple technologies and migrate them all to the cloud. We can accomplish this with our automated migration software, AMS. That's mLogica's Automated Migration Studio. AMS is a software solution that automates the assessment, planning, and execution of heterogeneous database translations. Migration Studio allows us to automate the code data conversion and the translation process, resolving any translation errors within the tool itself. mLogica's migration methodology allows our tool to learn from each translation and creates a migration factory approach that provides the fastest and most accurate code refactoring for each subsequent pass or even subsequent projects. A database developer may or may not remember the creative solutions he used to translate in the code in the past, but an automated tool never forgets. Think of it as reinforced machine learning, pattern recognition algorithms applied to SQL code translation. We've all seen how automation improves the speed, accuracy, and efficiency of many business processes, or even how it improves our everyday lives. Well, automation lends itself to the improvement in database migration projects as well. Looking at data derived from industry analysts such as Gartner, Forrester, Standish, prove that projects rewriting code manually are 6 times more likely to fail as compared to automated code translation projects. Automation is the key. Highly efficient, produces less errors, saves time, and lowers cost. When mLogica begins a new project, we always start with the code analysis. We start by running the SQL code through our Automated Migration Studio tool to review the subset of code that fails to translate. Specialists will then identify the offending SQL code, design a new translation or refactoring algorithm to optimize the tool. The team will then rerun all of the SQL code again and continue this process until all the errors have been eliminated. Thus, with every iteration, the tool gets better. With every database and every project, the migration tool gets smarter. The tool is currently at the stage where the only code we cannot automatically refactor is a localized SQL dialect, and in some cases, poorly constructed SQL of the client's SQL developers. This is how we can nearly eliminate the tedious, time-consuming, intensely manual tasks out of the project timelines and accelerate your time to cloud. So we learned the secret sauce to automating database migrations is leveraging the repeatable code translation. The secret sauce to repeatable successful migration projects is by wrapping that tool in a proven migration methodology. First, we evaluate. We evaluate the database environment as well as upstream and downstream applications, analytic tools, and interfaces. We'll analyze by looking at database objects and procedures. We also look at the application interfaces that might need remediation. Third stage is translate. That's where we actually translate the database objects and procedures and data to the target environments. Then we have the actual migration hardening. That's where we're involved and help your staff through the system integration testing or user acceptance testing. Deploy. We can deploy on-prem in a hybrid environment or fully to the cloud. And then support. We'll also do post-production support to help you migrate your existing customers to your new platform. There's a number of techniques we use to compress project timelines. Based on our migration experience, we found that after the first run, subsequent runs take less time. For example, if we take X days to complete application 1 and completely translate to the new platform, application 2 usually takes a fraction of the time, due to many of the code issues already being resolved from the work in App 1. And the third project gets even faster yet. So you understand the benefit of the automation. Another benefit is that application developer code freeze is minimized. Application developers can continue their normal development cycles by introducing their code drops into the refactoring iteration cycle. Because we retranslate 100% of the code in each refactoring iteration, we can take their latest versions into our latest iteration before we get to final testing and go live. Of course, at some point, the developers need to start writing code specific to the new platform. But the final result is very large migration projects can be delivered in a fraction of the time it would take to perform the same project manually. For example, we were able to deliver a project estimated to take 36 months of manual work in under 6 months, fully live and in production. mLogica has over 14 years of experience in database migrations, and we have the success stories to prove it. Here's a list of some of the recent migrations to the cloud. As you can see, mLogica is skilled in a wide variety of database platforms and cloud providers. So in summary, the secret sauce to automating database migrations is leveraging repeatable code translation processes. mLogica's Automated Migration Studio, AMS, is a software solution that automates the assessment, planning, and execution of heterogeneous database translations. The tool learns from each translation project and creates a migration factory approach that provides faster and more accurate code refactoring over time. The secret sauce to repeatable, successful migration projects is by wrapping this tool in a proven migration methodology. What this does is it accelerates your time to cloud, it lowers your migration costs, and it lowers your business risk. To wrap up, please reach out to us to set up a no-cost virtual workshop. In this workshop, we'd be happy to work with your teams to do an infrastructure requirements assessment. This will result in a detailed report, including your detailed migration project plan, an end-state architecture, sizings, etc. We'd be happy to work with you. Please give us a call.